All right, peace, peace, peace. What up? First and foremost, hopefully the Most High Yahweh shall bless your day. By His mercies, we are consumed. We're alive naturally. One, we're alive in the Most High Yahweh's body, and with two, we're naturally alive, man. Like I always say, alive like Pearl Jam and the Bee Gees. I'm just a little joke, but seriously, no, man, that's what it is. We're spiritually alive and we're naturally alive too, man. It's something I want to talk about because you know what? I was thinking about this last night. It popped in my mind, and I was reading Second Edges, looking over Second Edges. I've been looking over Second Edges for these past couple days. I was looking at the verse 4, but I want to go into, man, because it's like that, like we always, like I think I mentioned in one of the other videos that that I talked about, that we discussed, man, how like the most how shall not Genie and things that nature your fault. That Proverbs 19:3. And a lot of times too, because yes, we talked about the other day. What was it? We talked about where oh gosh, where yeah, the whole Adam and Eve or Susanna thing, right? Like how it's not like how like really it's you can't stop them people from their own lust and their own desires, like and also too, I was looking at lust, like the definition or definition of love last night yesterday, and one of the definitions, I mean, one of the synonyms is lust. So lust, like shout to brother send me firstborn, isn't always a bad thing. Like you lust like for righteousness, and you lust for your own lust, your own will, or for wickedness, man. So lust is not always a bad thing. And two, you're natural, so it's like it makes you, and even two, it's just more when you give into lust. Actually, no, where's that Sirach 18? Because that's what, and that goes into like your own will, your lust, whether it's sexual, like your own will, of course, like money, greed, attention, fame, praise, of course, or like just all that stuff, man. Well, your own desires, man. But but that makes it like not you having that. That doesn't make you, like the brother said. That doesn't make you like evil. Listen, this makes you part of the human experience. It's part makes you human. But it's when you give into it. Because let's go. Something I need to work on as well. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach chapter 8, 18 and verse 30, it says, "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetite." So yeah, it's the same thing what Proverbs is telling you, 23, like for you be a man with much appetite, like hold a knife to your throat. That's pretty much saying, it's pretty much saying this spiritually, like not just saying like on a natural tip, it's going into like eating amongst a rich man or whether it's a ruler or a wealthy man or a man of great renown, like a rich man, not it's going into that on the natural tip. But spiritually, he's talking about refrain yourself from your own lust, hold a knife to your throat. That's what Yahushua was saying. And like if the eye offend thee, cut it off, and like that foot, cut it off. That's what he was saying in that, man. So it says get Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach chapter 18 verse 30. It says, "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thy appetites." Verse 31, "If thou givest thy soul into the sea," oh wait, let me read this again, my bad. If thou, verse 31, "If thou givest thy soul to thy desires," remember what we just said, to the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee. So yeah, man, that's just is what is, yeah, the laughing stock. Yeah, not only to like amongst your enemies and your own kind, people that just want to see you fall, like the enemies amongst the other nations, and also too the ultimate enemy, sin and death. Satan loves that, man. Satan's not gonna laugh at you, but he's gonna just cheer you on. He's a smoky type. He gets you at your weakest, man. He wants you, like he'll get you at your weakest and tell you, like, kind of entice you to do something. Then you do it. Then he'll say, "Oh man, I didn't make you do it." He's like the Friday from Smokey type. He's that type. So like but ultimately it's up to you, man. So it says, we're gonna read this one more time. It says, "Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. If thou givest thy soul to the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee." Exactly. So like shoot, that's any enemies also, and sin and death. But but also too, like your enemies, like might be of your kin, like people that want to see you fall, like might be your loved ones, your family, your own circle, or like or it's your own people, or even the other nations, or like so it's a bunch of things too. But But yeah, man. But to see, like I just mentioned about, like, Satan. But at the end of the day, that's naturally at the end of the day, it's you, man. Because, like, Satan likes the horror movies. There's so much power that you give him. That's like the little reel I shared yesterday. And shout out to brother too that said that like that commented, like, the Lost Boys equals demons, man. Like, you can. What did he say in the Lost Boys? He said, listen, like, he said, silly boy, don't ever let vampires in your house, man. You can't. You gotta be willing to let them and, man, those demons or those other things, because a lot of people blame Satan and demons, but at the end of the day, it's you. Like, you gotta let them in. You gotta be copacetic with them, man. You gotta be I was not copacetic. I mean, that's another word, but that wasn't the word I was meant to say. But you had to be. Oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? And so you gotta be agreeable with them. You have to be confident in them, I should say, but not confident. That anyway. You just have to be like, you had to be on one accord with them, man. Simpatico with them. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You got to be simpatico with them. It's not just saying and demons, man. No, man. It's you at the end of the day, man. That's what how shot came to save us is from us, man. And that's the thing too, because a lot of times, like we talked about the other day, we talked about this the other day, like, with the whole Adam and Eve and Susanna thing, like, how Jehoiakim, how he couldn't stop what happened with Susanna. If it didn't happen then, like, it was probably gonna happen some other time, just like, like with Eve and things. And Adam, like, couldn't stop her, like, 'cause a lot of people blame, like, said, why didn't Adam stop her? Like, shoot, if he, like, too, it probably would have happened. Like even said, no, even like the brother sent me first one said, man, you can't stop somebody from their own desires, man. Like, so because that's a lot of people's thing, scoff against the Most High House, or like, oh, why didn't you why didn't he stop them, man? You can't stop somebody from their own desires, man. Like, that's what the house shot can do, save us from ourselves. But but even this is the case, because I mentioned this. Here's the thing too. Like, I did mention this. Like, it's only one time. Like, well, it's probably only one time that I can see in the scripture, that I can recall in the scripture, where the Most High stopped anybody from sinning against him, man. But you know what it is too. But notice what he says. So let's get then that's a biblical. But let's notice what he says too, man. Because like let's get Genesis 20 and 6 real quick, man. Notice what he says to Abimelech too, because a lot of people don't have this. So that's why he wouldn't even do it, because a lot of people don't have this. Like, you don't have it because some people do, but you don't have it because the aspect of, okay, even after you do it, you're blaming the Most High house. But a lot of people, like, well, I should say a lot of people did. Even on a natural tip, yeah, but like as far as godly integrity, that's why he won't stop it, because like Abimelech had godly integrity. That's why, and of course, integrity naturally, of course. But let's get Genesis chapter 20 and 6, because yeah, it says this. Let's get this. Genesis 20 and 6. It says, and Yahweh said unto her in a dream, yea, I know. Unto him in the dream, yea, I know thou this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore I suffered thee not to touch her. So yeah, it's talking about like Abraham and Sarah, like his because what's called Abimelech, like, saw Sarah and things of that nature. So he's like, okay, cool, but he didn't know that was Abraham's wife. But Abimelech was very, very, like, had a lot. He was a very faithful man. He had integrity, man. It also just goes into how the law was around, of course, because like because this was in Egypt, and how like the priesthood of Melchizedek was around. So but yeah, it says, but let's get this Genesis 20 and verse 6. And he said unto him in the dream, yea, I knowest thou this in the integrity of thy heart, but I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore I suffered thee not to touch her. So yeah, exactly, man. So a lot of people do that, but a lot of people don't have that integrity too. Like they say that, like, why didn't the Most High, like, stop me from why didn't God, like, stop me and things of that nature? But most of them, like, don't have integrity. I do that, man. So and Paul, also too, somebody with integrity would know to be that's whether in the word, out the word, would know to be accountable for their actions. Like that accountability, bury your own burden, like Jeremiah and Galatians goes into. So yeah, you gotta be more like that, man. Like always self-assess. Like the brother Chronicles, you should say, man. You should say always blame yourself, man. Even when I was younger, man, because I was a wild young boy. The young boy was like like I always say, it's like in the South, how they say "jit," it's kind of like that here in Philly. Like even when I was younger, man. Like when I was like when I used to get in trouble all the time in school and camp, things of that nature. Even if, like, my mom always used to say, even if, like, I was like, the adult was wrong in situations, I was right in situations. No, she always said it's still something you could have did better. Even still, like even in that case, but a lot of times too, I was just I was a piece of work, man. I was, but yeah, I had my limitations though, but I was a piece of work. I ain't gonna lie. From I was 2 years old to like eighth grade, except for that 1 year in sixth grade, I had Miss Crosby. She ain't played none of that. But yeah, man, I was a piece of work. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, that's what it is. Always blame yourself, man. Always take accountability, man. Got you. Like even I still have to work on that, man. Cause even with the smallest thing, man. Cause remember what it says in Sirach, man. You know, a wise man feareth anything, but he said, and Yahweh said unto him, Yea, I know thou didst in the integrity of thy heart, but I withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore I suffered thee not to touch her. So yeah, let's get this Proverbs 19:3, man, because this is the people that blame the Most High and Yahweh for for their own decisions, man. So their own bad actions, that they made, you know, and it's a lot. Like I'm not gonna go into because we always talk about this. There's a lot of reasons why people don't believe in the Most High in the Son, Most High, and Yahweh. Because one, that lack of love they got from the people that are supposed to love them, family or loved ones, the people that they could see they were supposed to love, they didn't, or and it's two, it's like things like things that happen to in their life, but like listen a lot, but we have to read a lot of times. Is for the most part, it is most of their own bad decisions they made. And two, sometimes people just want to be the one. People just want to do it their own way, want to do what they want to do. And some people just don't like believe. So it's a lot of factors in that why people don't believe it. But it is what it is. But yeah, let's get Proverbs 19:3 says, the foolishness of man perverted his way, and his heart fretteth against the Lord. So yeah, man, these people that say that stuff like, oh, why didn't he stop me? Or why didn't he stop people why didn't he stop Esau? Why didn't he stop Eve? Why didn't he stop this? And why didn't he stop that? Listen, no, you can't stop people from doing what they're gonna do, man. It is what it is, man. That's their decision that they made, man. That's the decision that you made, man. So he's not a genie, man. But you know this too, because a lot of times, men, even I can get this way sometimes. We feel entitled to his mercy, man. We're not by his mercy. That's why I say by his mercies we aren't consumed, man. Because these are us as a nation, even just a world, we should have been done, but that's who he is though. Like Exodus 34:6, Numbers 14:18, Jeremiah, he's merciful, long suffering, abundant greatness and truth. That's just who he is, man. So because this is what I was reading second Edges last night, man. It's like, yeah, man, we're not entitled to this. We're not even worthy of it. Second Edges chapter 4 verse 24. It says, and we pass away out of the world as grasshoppers, and our life is astonishment and fear, and we are not worthy to obtain mercy. So yeah, that's like that Wayne's World old movie, we're not worthy. Yeah, we're not worthy to mercy. We're not entitled to that mercy, man. He was that what he's saying in the law, Exodus, I'll have mercy on who I have mercy on, man. So we're not, man. So and that goes into people that always do that. Oh, why didn't he stop me this or this and that, this and this and that, or they want to do what they want to do, but then but then they expect the Most High and House Child to be there at open arms at the end. No, man, listen, he said, listen, he reject me, I reject you. I love them that love me. You're not gonna mess with me, I'm not gonna mess with you. Listen, my door is open, but you want to come, and cool. But if you do, it is what it is, man. It's because it is, we're used to, man, like the brother sent me first one perfectly put, man. He said we're used to men dealing with men in the movies, TVs, like he said in Steve Urkel example. I think the other night in the class, he said, "Lord, I'll always be here if you come back." And we're used to seeing men that way. The Most High House, they listen, they're all that merciful stuff like that, long suffering, all that stuff of that nature, man. But they not a sucker, man. He's not a sucker, man. He's not gonna just let anything slide. He lets a lot of things slide, like we said in mercy. But it's like that Jay-Z with Money Cash Shows with X. He said, we're gonna sin to the end and pray that Christ forgives us. And that's a lot of people's mentality. No, that's not. And no, it's this. One of the people that don't know about him, okay, I say they don't know. I'm not going to talk to the people they don't know. But just if you don't know, if you're ever just watching this, or you might not just hear from me, from other brothers or somebody else, listen, that's not how he works, man. I'm not going to do what you want to do. Then, then at the end, he's he's going to welcome you with open arms. No, man, shoot, that's even people like myself in the word and out the word, man. So no, man, it's not how he rolls, man. And also too, man, that's just a case with that, man, because you know what it is. as well. It's just like same thing with like, but you know what is what's funny, especially with our people or just people in general, like with Esau's like jail system, prison system, court system. Y'all will never do that, man. Y'all never say, oh, why is there like repercussions and things of that nature with that, with the law, with the natural law, especially here. Like y'all want to y'all follow the laws of the land, things of that nature, and y'all not gonna say to them, oh, why can't I do all this and stuff like that? No, they because like that always goes into fearing man more than fearing the Most High and the Son, fearing God. That's just is what it is, man. Because like, listen, you're not gonna because you know what, that's where that faith comes into the Second Corinthians 4:18 and Hebrews 11:1, fearing the unseen or the seeing the unseen or fearing the unseen. Because listen, know a lot of people a lot of times they don't commit crimes because listen, you can see the prison system, you can see the courthouse, like the brother somebody first one said, but people can't see that eternal judgment, can't see hell, they can't see that, so they're not gonna walk in fear. So even this goes for me in the word too. You gotta walk in that fear. Actually, let's get that Second Ezra 16 real quick, man. Yeah, man. Cause he's not. Let's get Second Ezra 16 real quick. Second Ezra 16. Behold, Yahweh himself is judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities. And meddle with them no more. Forever. So yeah, I was crazy because I was reading Ezekiel 3 earlier today. It says the same thing. Like Ezekiel 3 and 33 and 18 says the same thing. Goes into it. Also saw right 35 and 3, man. So yeah, man. That's just is what it is, man. He's not a genie, man. So yeah, man. That's just like it's a lot of times too. Even if you're in the word, out the word, a lot of times too, man. Just gotta, take your mistakes and learn from it and just move forward, man. That's just yeah, man. It's not like because a lot of people say that, oh man, why that he didn't stop me from doing this and this and that, or did there was a this and this and that? Why is this happening? Yeah, and that's why I think too, because that's why I understand too. Because listen, now even though like I'm spiritually maturing and things of that nature, now I understand why because a lot of times too we should like the brother sent me first one always goes into, and other brothers as well goes into a lot of times too. When we tell people that we're the people of the book, that we're the Israelites, things in nature, yeah, it's good, but that is leading back to flesh but we gotta lead them like Isaiah 49:5 says to the Most High house shot to them. To the spirit, things in nature. But I said that to say, let me see the balanced things of it, because y'all, I'm pretty sure y'all brothers and sisters seen Boys in the Hood before, but a lot of people have that mentality because because remember what Doughboy or Ice Cube's character Doughboy said in the movie. He said, man, if there's a God, why are people going through this and that? Why are we in the hood? So but this all goes tied into what we talking about, because listen, it was our fault, man, because we broke the covenant of the Most High Yahshua. So like Hosea 13:9, Israel, you caused this on yourself, man. So that's just what it is too. So that's why I get why people do that, man, because this is the reasons why we're in the predicament that we are, as a people, man. But but saying that to say that, man, listen, but at the end of the day, it's our fault, man. Like individually and just as a nation collectively, man. So it's our fault. This even in individuals' life, like mistakes that I made before the word and during the word, it's all my fault, man. So yeah, man. Let's that Sirach 15 says, say not I fell away because of the Lord. No, he doesn't want you to do things that he hates, man. So it is what it is, man. But but that's all a lot of people say that why didn't he stop me? Because a lot of times too, he didn't have that integrity like Abimelech, man. So that's the reason why. That's just one reason why. And two, the reason why Second Ezra, he don't have to forgive you. Nobody's entitled to his forgiveness. It's not and plus in his forgiveness is not always the same. Because listen, because even though he forgives you, that don't mean he could even that's where it gets even natural with natural people. Forgiveness isn't always the same. You can forgive somebody, listen, just not mess with them no more. Listen, I'm kind of good on you. What he did with Cain, he said, listen, I forgive you, nothing gonna happen to you, but I'm good on you. Or what you call him, or Saul, I forgive you, no, nothing's gonna happen to you. Well, he did die, but it's for the moment, for a long period of time, but then it's I'm kind of good. I'm good on you. Or other people yeah, man. So hopefully it's edifying, man, for y'all brothers and sisters. So peace.